what if I told you in Ark Raiders you have been doing the Locked Gate event on Blue Gate? Completely wrong. For the Locked Gate event on Blue Gate, you gotta find 4 key cards that you can print out. Since the devs have recently changed it, you can just print them out in certain locations. And then what you do is you bring all 4 key cards, type them in, and then it opens the under area on Blue Gate. And you can go down and loot up the under area. That's fantastic. But what if I told you that all the good loot is actually inside the residential area on Blue Gate? And one of the best residential areas is actually the village. Now, the good thing about the village is there's actually a key room up there that is really good as well. So I'm going to show you the type of loot I'm pulling out here from 2 raids by looting up the residential area, opening the key room, and then going to another spot as well. The key with this event is actually to loot up everywhere but the underground area. The underground area is just way too many players under there, and by the time you get down to actually loot it up, most of the loot is already gone. So I'm gonna show you how good the loot actually is. We're gonna hop into 2 raids. Let's get straight into it. All right, we got a fantastic spawn here, so let's get opening some containers. We can make our way over to the key room first. I think it's best bet.
Hey, Apollo here.
Let's sprint on down to the back here.
You'll find the unfinished structures scattered around the valley. Look for construction signs and cones. My previous crew
So this room is actually rated as a green key room, but I'm telling you, it's so much better than some of the blue ones. It's actually really good, but you must do it on this event. Locked Gate event. First blueprint, beautiful. You can get so many good blueprints. There's a second one from this event. But honestly, you need to be looting the outside. It's way better than the inside. I don't know why it works like that. I think it's because of the spawn on certain weapons. Certain weapons will indeed spawn everywhere on the outside, like residential containers. You'll get purple weapons in residential containers way more on the outside out here than in the Locked Gate. Inside the Locked Gate in the underground area. Because there actually isn't much residential containers down there at all. 3rd blueprint. Crazy. 3 blueprints in one room. 1, 2, 3. That is really good. Okay, that's this room fully looted, right? Yeah, fully looted. We can make our way up here and start looting up the rest of it. Let's see what type of loot we got. Now, in this other area up here, I usually pull out some really good weapons. This is where we're going to be getting our level 3 weapons up here. Need to loot up everything as quick as possible here. Checking all these containers. Smoke grenade, I'll take that. Then make our way upstairs here. See what type of loot we get. Yeah, I think the devs have a lot of work to do with the old locked rooms. There we go, there's our 4th blueprint. Yeah, the locked rooms, the key rooms need so much work. They're kind of all over the place after every update. Yeah, let's just keep looting here. I think we can make our way out of this one now. Check the next one and see what type of loot we get in here. Seem to be much containers on this bottom level. Nope. Up to the next level and see. Okay, we got 1 container in this whole building. Any blueprints for me? Shotgun mag. We don't actually have a shotgun on us, so we can just leave it there. Yeah, now we just want to keep looting up the rest now. Synthesized fuel there, I don't need. Just keep on moving. Good thing about this event as well is a lot of people tend to... I'm just going to drop some more ammo here because we don't really need it. A lot of people tend to only go and get the key codes. And then they'll go put in the key codes and then they'll all rush down into the lower level. So you actually have a good chance to be able to loot up a lot of containers on the outside here. While everyone else is running around trying to get the key codes. That is the really good thing about this event. Everyone is so busy doing that. And realistically, you're actually going to be pulling out much better loot than them. Because the loot on the outside is actually so much better than the loot on the inside. Now, I have had runs where I've pulled out multiple purple weapons, especially from this area here. Because there's so many containers around. Keep moving this way. I think there's a couple of more buildings here we can loot up. Two containers here. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. There's another blueprint. That is so insane. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In the village alone. In the village alone. Honestly, I'd say if we got to loot up the rest of the village, we'd probably pull out a few more. Let's just keep looting and see what we get. If I'm going blueprinting hunting, there is 3 events I do. 3 events, and this is definitely one of them. 100%. It's so good. We come up this way. Let's check this building here as well. Venator, we can take the Venator. Let's drop below. Like we're at 95k worth of loot as well. I've often come out with like 120k worth of loot. Now I will say there's not much spawning of the old purple weapons. But there usually is. It's usually way better than this. Yeah, this building has been looted. Someone else has been here. Let's just double check and see if he's actually looted everything. He hasn't. Interesting. A lot of people will probably spawn here, loot one container and then leave. To go find the key codes. But they can actually open up the room. Now I want to check the back of this building here as well. Because there is indeed a breachable here. No blueprint, we can keep moving anyway. Go back down. There's a couple of more breachables that we missed that we're going to go back down and see if we can find anything in there. Okay, so it looks like the whole rest of this area has indeed been looted up by someone else. So we can go make our way out now and extract. 105k worth of loot, 5 blueprints. Absolutely fantastic run. There's even more loot. Look at that. Couple of more breachables here. Actually, this guy is just not going to. We're going to loot up these and see what we can get. Got a key card there as well, which is really good. It's supposed to be really good when you use that key card on this event as well. Yeah, that's everything looted. I can make my way out here now and go extract. There's 108k worth of loot, not including our loadout, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blueprints. We got a key, and we also got multiple weapons. Now, usually the weapons definitely would be a lot better than what the ones we got at the moment. That's just how the RNG goes. Alright, so we have indeed just got a perfect spawn for this. We actually spawned right beside the village here. I have 2 keys on me here as well.
Sounds like someone's got that gate locked up tighter than my medicine.
This secret backpack here we're going to go open.
You could try your hand at finding the
Get this bag opened up and then we can go down
what might be hiding inside.
to the first key room and then we can loot up village. Because village is such a good spot right now during this event. Because there's so many residential containers that we can open up here. Have a chance of pulling out some fairly decent loot. Not only that, blueprints are absolutely crazy on this event right now. So we're going to make our way down here to the very first key room.
Let's go to the village.
Alright, let's see. Has she been opened? I don't think so. Okay, let's get it opened. Let's go inside. This room actually can be really, really good during this event. Let's get everything opened up. Osprey to start off, that is pretty decent. Tagging grenade, we got an anvil as well. And yeah, the weapons are just insane in this room lately. Thought we were going to get another weapon there with that little bit of ammo. Let's keep looting her and see what we get. Pull out some stuff here. We can check up this room. Not much containers actually spawned in here. We only got one container this side. Let's come into this other room here. Ooh, we got the security breach in here. That's very nice. Okay, we got the bag to open. This room actually could have been a lot better. It definitely has been a lot better for me on runs. Nonetheless, we can stay looting. We do indeed have another key room to go to as well. Let's see what we get in here now. La Prezio, complex gun parts. Okay, let's sort out some loot. Right, that looks pretty good to me. That's all I really need there. Yeah, we can go straight out this window here. Okay, we're going to loot the lower half now of this area. And see what type of loot we get. Hopefully we can pull out some more blueprints. There does indeed be a suitcase that spawns inside of that locked room that we just went into, and it is usually full of really good loot. It didn't spawn that time, unfortunately. The good thing about doing this run as well, not much people actually come down here to loot up all of the residential area, all of these houses. They just come down to get the key, then off they go. Alright, make our way back this way. A couple of houses here that we missed. And we still have the whole top side as well to loot up. Okay, first blueprint. That's not too bad. Grab that. What's going to take you? We are sitting at 89k worth of loot, which our loadout was about 40k, I think. So I'm going to run through this entire place, which is the village. I'm going to loot as much containers as I can and see what type of loot I'm going to pull out. Alright, we have fully looted up the village. This is actually considered what I would consider one of a lower tier runs from the village on the Locked Gate event. We have indeed pulled out 105k worth of loot. And look at the amount of weapons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weapons. And usually now, these weapons would be purple. This is why it's kind of a lower tier run. But you could imagine when this is going good, when you're getting good RNG, all these weapons are purple. It can get so insane. So I'm going to go up to the key room up here, the Blue Gate Communication Tower key. Open up that room and see what type of loot we can get. Alright, the key room is indeed locked, which this is a good sign. Get this opened. Now we're gonna fully loot up this room and see what type of loot we pull out. Get a Venator off the rip. Very nice. That is some crazy loot. That is some crazy loot. Not gonna lie now. So we fully looted up this room. 143k worth of loot. That is pretty much 100k run here. Very, very good. This is so much better than going down into the Locked Gate. So much better. So we're pulling out 113,000 in the locked gate event, and we did indeed get an extra key and 3 blueprints. And that is without going down into the locked gate area. I would highly recommend doing this when the locked gate event is on Blue Gate. Make sure you're going over to the village, and then if you have any other keys for the outside area, make sure you're going and looting them up, because it is 100% worth it. These 2 runs actually would be considered a lower tier run of how good it can actually get on this event. Believe me, when you are pulling out multiple purple weapons, blueprints, it does get very insane. The good thing about it as well, you're pulling out some really good blueprints. But that is all for now, guys. Stay safe out there. Hope this little run helps you guys out in the future. And I shall talk to you in the next one.